Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to the conference on mathematical theory of deep learning, DeepMath. So I can describe how much excited I am for me to be here. So my name is Ahmed El Hady, and I'm one of the organizers of this event. And without due course, I would like first to introduce all my co-organizers. So Adam Charles, raise your hand. Adam is here. Mike here. Sebastian here, Stephen here, Mikio here. So these are all our organization committee, except two people who are not here today, Joan Bruna and Andrew Sachs, who have been working with us on organizing the event. So just to tell you a bit of a history, how this whole thing began. It began almost 1.5 years ago. So 1 year ago, we had a smaller event in Princeton. It began by Mike, who is one of the co-organizers, coming up to me and chatting, oh, there is this interesting guy called Nadav Cohen talking in the IES. Let's invite him to the Neuroscience Institute to talk about his deep learning theory stuff. And as we talk, we said, okay, let's organize a workshop because we are curious about the latest in theoretical understanding of deep learning. And last year we had Sanjeev, our keynote, and it was a smaller event. And then we said, okay, how can we grow this community and bring people from different perspectives? Not, sometimes there is a tendency of the events to be dominated, like theory of deep learning to be dominated by physicists. But we decided, okay, how do we bring people from computer science, engineering, and physics together in an event? And here we are after almost 14 months of organization. And thanks to our sponsors that have basically believed in this endeavor. So for Samsung, specifically Daniel Lee and Sebastian Xiong, who were one of the first people basically to invest in this, like, I would say, risky endeavor, like, let's do this. The Simons Foundation, the Princeton Neuroscience Institute, Facebook Reality Labs, Siemens, Intel, and Google DeepMath. This wouldn't have been possible without a very large administrative coordination, especially people at the Princeton Neuroscience Institute, the PNI, Daisy, Ed, Melissa, Michelle, and Hande, and our academic advisor, Jean Cohen, who is still not here, but he will show up. Okay, something. Sorry. No. Okay, that's some geometry, some rotation symmetry. Okay. Are we okay? Like this? Okay. Good. And as I said, in the Princeton Neuroscience Institute, Sebastian Xiong and David Tang and John Cohen were extremely supportive in terms of the scientific endeavor of the conference. I would like to thank our volunteers who are here: Kevin, Lee, Carlos, Diksha, Tim, and Q. Who will be, you can reach out to them if you have questions. They will be helping around. We have a photographer, Benjamin, who is in white here. He's taking a picture of me. And you must have signed a form for consent for photography if you don't want to be photographed or be on the video. We are also live streaming, so we're already live now. Just have this red dot on your badge in terms if you don't want to be photographed. And Austin, who is doing the live streaming, and this also wouldn't have been done without the coordination with the Princeton Club here, Bridget and Hesser. But even though, okay, we have all this organization, it would not even happen if our speakers did not accept our invitations. So I would like to very much thank all of them, beginning from Sanjeev Arora, Yasaman Bahari, Miki Elad, Surya Gangwili, Jeff Pennington, Tommaso Poggio, David Schwab, Chaim Sompolinsky, and Tali Tishby. Thank you for accepting our invitation and making this event happen. So some general overview. So we have two rooms. The conference will be only on this floor. The room we are in is the James Madison room, and the room where the food and the poster session will happen is called the Alexander Hamilton room. So for Wi-Fi access, we have access to a network called Orange, and the password is letmein15. For poster presenters, we will be setting up the poster in the other room, the Alexander Hamilton room, from 2 to 5 p.m. because the poster session will begin at 5:30. The volunteers will be helping you out with putting up the posters and anything else related to this. So the live streaming, please check this link, deepmathconference.com/livestream. So I would like to urge you to share it with people now through your social media and everyone. I think that's a good thing to do. You can tag us on our Twitter handle is @deepmath1. And the hashtag we are going to be using #DeepMath. And if you want #DeepMath19. We have also a Facebook page called DeepMath. So another thing, we were informed by the fire department that there might be an alarm between 9 and 10 a.m., so don't panic. We don't have to move. We don't have to do anything. Okay, so that's just for if any disturbances happens. Okay, so let's just walk through the schedule. So after I finish my opening remarks, our first session will have Iran Malak from the Hebrew University. He will be talking to us about deep learning on the border between success and failure. Then followed by Chaim Sompolinsky from the Hebrew University and Harvard. He's going to talk to us about deep manifolds. Then we have our contributed speakers, 3 contributed speakers that have been chosen from our submissions. Then after lunch will be in the other room. We'll have our keynote, Sanjeev Arora from the IAS and Princeton. And then in the afternoon session, we have Dynamics and Generalization in Deep Networks by Tommaso Poggio, followed by Jeff Pentington from Google Brain, who will talk to us about also generalization dynamics and deep learning, followed by the poster session that will go on to 8. So this is our first day. Our second day will have, in the morning session, we have Surya Ganguly from Stanford and Tali Tishby from the university, and then 3 contributed speakers. And after lunch, we will have Michaela talking to us about sparse modeling of data and this relation to deep learning, and David Schwab about how noise affects the Bayesian spectrum in overparameterized neural networks. And we'll be closing by Yasaman Bahri from Google on understanding of wide neural networks. So as you can see, we have a variety of speakers and approaches that you're able to get into the conference, and also you will see this from our poster session. So some statistics. So we had to cap the conference at 150 attendees so people can assert this. We put the registration link online. We had to close it in 2 days. So there was a lot of interest. And because of the space, we had to cap it at 150. But I foresee that in our next year version of this, we will look for maybe a bigger venue or having more attendees. We have received 70 submissions and accepted 42 of them. So we have around 60% acceptance rate. We have 6 contributed talks and 36 posters. And I would definitely like to thank our reviewers board who have reviewed the submission and wrote very long reviews and responses for the people who submitted. And so as this our first bigger version of the event, please come to the organizers and tell us your feedback, your thoughts, how to improve, how to make the event bigger, whom do we invite, because we are very excited to create a very strong community that talks across disciplines for this. What unites us here is this interest on what the hell is happening with these deep networks, why do they work, how can we open this black box. So I hope you all have fun. We are very excited to have you, and thank you all for coming.